The sun was setting over the vast, uncharted waters of the Pacific Ocean, casting a warm golden glow over the crew of the HMS Endeavour. Captain James Cook stood at the helm, his weathered face illuminated by the fading light. The salty sea breeze ruffled his dark hair as he gazed out at the horizon, a look of determination in his piercing blue eyes. Around him, the crew bustled about, preparing for another night at sea, their faces a mix of excitement and apprehension for what lay ahead. As the first mate approached with a weathered old map clutched in his hand, the catalyst swiftly unfolded before Cook's eyes. The old, yellowed map was like a relic from a long-forgotten time, its edges frayed and its parchment worn thin. But what caught Captain Cook's eye was not the age of the map, but the intricate markings that covered its surface. It was a map of a distant island rumored to hold treasures beyond imagination, a place that had eluded explorers and sailors for centuries. As the first mate uttered the words that confirmed the island's existence, a surge of excitement coursed through Cook's veins. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for, a chance to make his mark on the world and secure his place in history. Just as the crew of the HMS Endeavour set foot on the fabled island in search of the long-lost treasures, a sudden storm descended upon them with a ferocity that seemed almost supernatural. The midpoint of the story arrived with the revelation of the island's true nature, a place of ancient magic and unspeakable darkness. The crew found themselves ensnared by the malevolent forces that dwelled there, their hopes of glory and riches dashed in an instant. As they struggled to break free from the grip of the island's power, they faced betrayal from within their own ranks. The tension mounted, and it seemed as though the forces of darkness were closing in on them from all sides. In the depths of the darkest night, just when all hope seemed lost, Captain Cook and his loyal crew were imprisoned in the heart of the island, their spirits broken and their bodies weak from their ordeal. Surrounded by the enigmatic figures who controlled the island, Cook felt a sense of defeat wash over him, like a cold tide threatening to drag him under. The bad guys closed in, their malevolent intentions clear as they prepared to use the treasure for their own dark purposes. As Captain Cook looked around at his dwindling band of loyal sailors, their faces etched with despair, he realized that he had led them all into a trap from which there seemed to be no escape. All is lost, he thought, his heart heavy with guilt and regret. It was then that he heard a soft voice, a whisper in the darkness that seemed to come from the very heart of the island itself. It spoke of redemption and sacrifice, of the true nature of power and the meaning of courage in the face of evil. With newfound resolve born from the lessons he had learned on this harrowing journey, Captain Cook rallied his remaining crew for one final, desperate stand against the forces that sought to destroy them. Remembering the words of the mysterious island inhabitant and drawing strength from the bonds of friendship and loyalty that had sustained them thus far, he formulated a daring plan to break free and reclaim the treasure for the greater good. In the break into 3, Cook led his crew in a battle that would test not only their skills as sailors but also their innermost convictions and beliefs. Through a series of heart-pounding battles, cunning strategies, and acts of selfless heroism, Captain Cook and his crew finally succeeded in defeating the treacherous figures who had held them captive and seizing the legendary treasure from their grasp. As every weary one of the crew emerged from the shadows of the island, a newfound sense of unity and purpose held them together, their hearts bound by the crucible of their shared ordeal. The finale that ensued saw the HMS Endeavour setting sail, its sails billowing in the fresh wind as it left the accursed island behind. The cargo hold filled not with riches, but with the knowledge that they had saved themselves from the brink of darkness and destruction. Guided by the lessons learned from their fateful expedition, they now understood that true wealth lay not in gold and jewels, but in the strength of their convictions and the bonds of friendship that could weather any storm that the vast, uncharted waters of the world might bring. And so, Captain James Cook and his loyal crew sailed off into the horizon, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead with courage, wisdom, and a newfound appreciation for the true treasures of life.